Welcome in, everybody. It's been a while. It's been a long while since we've done a Jack and Lily reading. So I want to know what we need to know right now. Today is January 21st, 2026. What do we need to know about Jack and Lily right now? What does Spirit want us to know? Hope y'all have been doing good. Getting lots of snow in this part of the world. Well, this seems really stuck. Coming to life. These are in reverse. I think, I had the whole deck in reverse. So I'm just showing you that now. So I'm going to turn these around. I didn't even check. I should have. Coming to life and a mountain. Interesting. I feel like the last reading that I did similarly sort of suggested that there might be a change in the direction of the case. And that's what I'm getting so far. And that would be validated by the RCMP investigation, right? So let's just get some more. And then, of course, I'm going to get clarifiers. What else do we need to know? It's like the mountain that they've been climbing, the mountain of information, the landscape, the lack of evidence, the shifting storylines, the mountain of challenges. But there seems to be something's about the case is coming to life. That's what I'm getting. But let's see. 11th community, 11th house. Community. The community is growing strong, which is very interesting because energetically, the case seems to be slowing down. I'm really wondering if the local community is starting to come through here. Ooh, this is getting interesting. Let's get some more. If you're local and that's the case, please let me know. Okay. Slow and steady. There we go. In strength. Slow and steady. Okay, let's just get the pendulum. And then I'm going to ask another question. Am I accurate? Not to the benefit of my ego. Is this in reference to the police investigation? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. That's a yes. Is my name Bob? It's going to know. Whoops, hitting there. Sorry. And I let my hand dip. Is this accurate? I'd already started thinking about it, which is why it shifted direction. Okay. So, yes, it looks like what we need to know is that there is a breakthrough. Okay. So, let's get some clarifiers on those. Let's get some clarifiers on those. Let me know where you're from. What's the weather like where you're at? Man, I missed doing readings. What else do we need to know? What does Spirit want us to know? What do we need to know about Jack and Lily Sullivan, please? Inner growth. Yeah. Inner growth. The case is they're growing. They're gaining momentum on the inside the police inside the police station, privately, not publicly, privately. They are making a case. This went sideways, so it's no longer stagnant. The case is no longer stagnant. A change. There's a change coming. Case is no longer stagnant. It's the same message. This is fabulous. Get some more, please. Let's get some more. What else do we need to know? Okay. Support. Here we go again. Pillars of support. There's some sort of extra support they're getting in. I don't know. Maybe they've got extra because I know Kearney here in Canada announced the hiring of more RCMP officers. I'm wondering if they actually got more staff and a bigger budget and more hours and more resources. Yeah, because this chain, like there was, it went stagnant. There was something chaining them down that they've been released from. There was something chaining. I want to get clarifiers on this. So whatever went when it was stagnant, there was something chaining them down that they're released from now. And I think it's the support, and that's they just all came out together, but let's just get some clarifiers. Clarifiers on the chaining. The chaining, yes. The King of Cups. The emotions. It could be the emotions. Or could have been an offer. Or maybe the King of Cups. I need more clarifiers. Maybe somebody's decided to get honest and real and start actually conversing and dialoguing. Is that possible? Let's get some clarifiers. What's this chain? So we've got the kids here. Healthy attachment. Something is becoming clear. 9 of Wands. Okay. This is Mr. D. Martel. This is something interesting. There was a stagnation on the case. They were chained and attached to an emotional male. This is also emotions released. Something has been released, which is this attachment this male had to these kids and defending himself. This is the warrior defending himself, and something has shifted with Daniel. Frig, I need more. Now this is getting juicy and interesting. This is all just alleged, right? This is just alleged. It's for entertainment purposes only. This is True Crime Tarot. Welcome in, by the way. This is the MMO, Motive.Means.Opportunity True Crime Tarot, since Liane finally got a job. After looking for quite a long time, we're going to have to go back to pre-recorded. It can no longer do lives. Queen of Swords. Okay, so this is a very clear, direct communication. So I'm not sure if this is Malaya. So let's keep going here. This is very interesting. And so I'm going back to my roots, pre-recorded videos, and yeah, that's just what it is. Sorry, this should be, now that I've got a job, the final change in life that Miss Liane has gone through. Boy, oh boy, being a victim of a crime, financially, a financial crime, like my dad and I were, my kids. Man, it just takes a long time to get life back on track. Peace and harmony. Okay. Chain. See? Chain of events. Okay, so there was an attachment. Okay, so this is something that's going on with Daniel and his attachment to Malaya and the kids and defending. This is not looking good for her. I've got to get clarifiers. Because the way I'm reading this right now, but again, just going to get clarifiers, that he was super attached to her, right? Still in love with her, obsessed with her, emotionally connected to her and the kids and her. And he was being, the warrior. At least that's what he was saying in his media, interviews. But the King of Cups, the emotional person, which is also couldn't be emotion, has released, says released his attachment. And the attachment are these cards. So I'm going to get clarifiers, or it could be the attachment of the story, because we have swords, which is direct, concise communication. So it could be somebody has released the attachment to the story. So we're going to get clarifiers, or the emotion of something. So let's get some clarifiers. I want to know, man, this is getting super interesting. Let's get some more on this. King of Cups, Queen of Swords, release of emotions, a release of attachment to what, who, and what. 10 of Pentacles, happily ever after. This is your legacy, your family. Okay, so somebody has finally given up on the dream. Somebody has finally given up on the dream. So it sounds like I was right the first time, but let's just keep going. Somebody has given up on the dream of a happily ever after. 10 of Pentacles. Give me some more, please, on these. Let's get some more clarifiers. Given up, attachment, and what is the consequence of that? Let's just see. So there's been a shift in perspective. There was a delay in a shift in perspective, or there is a delay in a shift of perspective about a young energy. Who's okay? Now we've got a different, we got something different going on here. I want to get clarifiers here still. I want to know, Spirit, please, with clear and concise cards, not to the benefit of my ego. Let's pull a different deck. I want to know if this is the emotional. Daniel has released, let's pull the pendulum, his emotional attachment to Malaya, the happily ever after. Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Okay, so that's a yes, as many above. Okay, so that's correct. But what I want to know, Spirit, now is how that shifted the case. Let's go there before we go back here. How has that shifted the case? Oh, by the way, today is, if I didn't say it, January 21st. I think I said it. Okay, so how that is shifted the case is somebody backstabbing and betraying their lover. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love when the cards do this. I asked, what is the consequence or the outcome of somebody shifting their perspective and losing their dream and hope for the happy ever after? And Page of Pentacles is about a child. And what's the result or the outcome? And that is releasing their attachment to the lover, and then the betrayal card, the betrayal and lover. So the consequence of DMs, Mr. Martel's, allegedly, this is True Crime Tarot, Motive.Means.Opportunity, True Crime Tarot. This is for entertainment purposes only. Allegedly, he's had a shift in perspective with the loss and release and understanding that this is not as happily ever after, again confirmed by the lovers. He's had a shift of perspective. It was a delayed shift in perspective, but it's finally let go. He's had a shift of perspective, and now there's this backstabbing and betrayal card coming out. Now let's get clarifiers on that. Okay, now see, these were all coming together now. Now, is the backstabbing and betrayal him against her, or does he see her as backstabbing and betraying him? Let's get some clarifiers. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's get a clarifiers on the Seven of Swords. Is this Daniel's behavior? Whose behavior, Spirit, is the Seven of Swords now? Okay, we've got an end of a cycle, changing world, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Hang on a second. Is that? I just need to make sure that my earbuds just made a weird noise. Let me just make sure the volume is still on. Is the volume still on? Yes. Sorry, y'all. Okay, now I lost my focus. So this seems like this is a valid confirmation. This is an end of a cycle. Somebody's had an epiphany about the Queen of Swords, or is being betrayed by the Queen of Swords. I'm still not 100% certain. I need a clarifier. Okay, let's get the pendulum. Does Daniel think Malaya has betrayed him? That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I think it's the other way around, because we know that's what's happened the other way around because of the Facebook communities and the YouTube videos. Okay, let's get serious here for a second. Am I interpreting these cards correctly to mean that Daniel has now turned against Malaya since he now understands that they are no longer going to have a future together? Is that a yes or a no, not to the benefit of my ego, that Daniel has now betrayed Malaya? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego? No. Interesting. Okay, so it's the first one. Does Daniel now think Malaya betrayed him? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. Does Daniel now believe that Malaya betrayed him? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. Oh my God, I just got to download a hit. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, let's see. Let's see if the cards show up. So let me just restate that, and then I'm just trying to collect my download here before I lose it. Okay, so I feel like there's a setup that that he is convinced that let's get the cards to confirm, but that he is now talking, like squealing like a pig, because he wants to get there first to make the first deal, because he believes Malaya is going to turn on him or is try to set him up. Okay, so let's just see. That was my download. Is Daniel is Daniel spilling his guts? Is that accurate? That's what I want to know. That'll tell us. Is Daniel spilling his guts? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Is Daniel spilling his guts? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Is my name Bob? Okay, let's start it again. Is Daniel spilling his guts? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Is this to the RCMP? Is Daniel talking more to the RCMP now? Again, yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Is Daniel talking more with the RCMP? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Interesting. My name's Bob. Now it's going to know. Okay, let's do a what is he talking to them about? Because I mean, it's hard to imagine Daniel talking more than he already does. Like, that's really, I mean, I know that's what the cards are saying and the pendulum said, but maybe it makes more sense. Maybe it's not in the circles, you know? So let's find out what he is talking. Someone is behaving stupidly. Okay, so that's what I was saying. Exactly. So instead of he's behaving like a dummy, or he's talking in circles, or he's distraught, or I don't know, there's something here about he's just fell out. What is his communications now, his breakdown in these communications? Describe for us. Rabbit. Too much concern with sexual matters. Okay. Could be the girlfriend talking. A two-faced friend. So he's talking about a two-faced friend. Interesting. A shark. Loss of material wealth. A shark, which is a two-faced friend. Somebody behaving stupidly, talking in circles, and somebody obsessed with sex. Ooh. Okay, what other things is Daniel? Let's get another deck. Discussing and spilling his beans on. Whoops, that one flew way out. Forging ahead. Whoa. Is Daniel making a deal? Let's get the crime cards and see what comes out. The crime deck. Is Daniel like trying? Sorry, they just all fell out. Is Daniel trying to cut a deal? Science experiment. Well, I'm not going to take the science experiment literally because this is a true crime, but I'm going to take the experiment. I'm wondering if that's like almost like I'm getting a different vibe here. I'm getting like maybe that he wants to do the polygraph again. I'm not sure. But something about the procedures is what I'm getting is being is being demonstrated here. Okay, so what is Daniel? He wants to forge ahead with a new polygraph. I'm wondering. Okay, let's this turkey talking, and what else is Daniel talking to the RCMP about? Just fell on the floor. Mind control. I don't know who that's on, because I mean, who's mind controlling who? And a red flag. Okay, so he's turning on Malaya, suggesting she's mind controlling and that she's the red flag and there was a betrayal from a friend. I'm not sure. So Daniel's spilling the beans. Apparently, he's finally understood that he's got no future with Malaya. Has now discovered, or thinks in his opinion, that she has betrayed him, and perhaps concerned that she might be talking or ready to tell the police something or set him up, depending on what your viewpoint is of this case. And I don't know if he's spitting a narrative and he's running around in circles and very emotional, and so he's tripping up, and the police are getting some red flags from some of his statements, but he's seems to be acting silly, talking about a two-faced friend, somebody that backstabbed him, somebody that's got some sort of sexual fetish or fantasies or predisposed with sex. I don't know what this science experiment is. I think he wants to forge ahead with the polygraph, and that I think he's trying to suggest somebody is controlling the narrative and it's not him. Let's just get the final pendulum. Have I interpreted these cards correctly? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Is my name Bob? Okay, so we've got your reading. There you go. Thanks for being here. We'll see you in the next one. Love and light.